The Bosphorus Strait is a narrow natural strait and an internationally significant waterway located in northwestern Turkey. It forms part of the continental boundary between Asia and Europe, and divides Turkey by separating Anatolia from Thrace. It is the world's narrowest strait used for international navigation. The Bosphorus connects the Black Sea with the Sea of Marmara, and, by extension via the Dardanelles, the Aegean and Mediterranean seas, and by the Kerch Strait, the Sea of Azov. The Maiden's Tower, also known as Leander's Tower since the medieval Byzantine period, is a tower on a small islet at the southern entrance of the Bosphorus Strait. 200 meters from the coast of Üsküdar in Istanbul, its interior converted into a cafe and restaurant, with views of the former Roman, Byzantine, and Ottoman capital at Sarayburnu. Most of the shores of the strait, except for those in the north, are heavily settled, straddled by the city of Istanbul's metropolitan population extending inland from both coasts. The Bosphorus Strait is the only way for Bulgaria, Georgia, Romania, Russia, southwestern part, and Ukraine to reach the Mediterranean and other seas. Thus sovereignty over the straits is an important issue for these countries, as well as Turkey, the state the Bosphorus itself flows through. Since it is a favorable region in terms of climate and geography, the area has been widely settled for much of recorded history. The 15 July Martyrs Bridge is one of the 3 suspension bridges spanning the Bosphorus Strait in Istanbul, thus connecting Europe and Asia. The bridge highway is 8 lanes wide. 3 standard lanes, 1 emergency lane and 1 pedestrian lane serve each direction. For the first 3 years, upon its completion in 1973, pedestrians could walk over the bridge, reaching it with elevators inside the towers on both sides. No pedestrians or commercial vehicles, such as trucks, are allowed to use the bridge today. The Bosphorus Strait is one of the world's most difficult waterways to navigate, thanks to the narrow width at some parts of the waterway. The channel is only half a mile wide at the narrowest point, posing a hurdle to the vessels using the strait. In addition, the swift current in the strait also adds to the difficulty. The current flows from north to south and the subsurface countercurrent results in swirls and eddies. Similarly, the winds from the north make it very difficult to move from the other end. The increasing number of vessels passing through the Bosphorus Strait makes it one of the world's busiest maritime passages. It is estimated that the strait makes way for around 48,000 ships annually, reportedly 3 and 4 times denser than the traffic of the Suez Canal and the Panama Canal, respectively. The Fatih Sultan Mehmet Bridge is named after the 15th century Ottoman Sultan Mehmed the Conqueror, who conquered the Byzantine capital Constantinople, in 1453. The bridge is situated between Istanbul Hisarüstü and Kapısı. It carries the European Route E80, Asian Highway 1, Asian Highway 5 and Otoyol 2 highways. The bridge was completed on July 3, 1988 and opened by Prime Minister Turgut Özal, who drove his official car, becoming the first to cross. The cost of the bridge amounted to $130 million and was designed by Freeman Fox and Partners and Botec Bosphorus Technical Consulting Corp. The Bosphorus Strait has 2 tunnels passing under it. One called Marmara runs between the neighborhoods of Üsküdar and Yenikapı. Opened in October 2013, this commuter rail line tunnel spans 76.6 kilometers between Europe and Asia. The second tunnel is called Eurasia Tunnel and runs between Kızılçeşme and Gaziantep neighborhoods in Asia and Europe respectively. The traffic in the strait increased enormously after the signing of the Montreux Convention in 1936. Under the Montreux Convention, the strait provides the right of free passage to merchants' vessels, while the transit of warships is subject to restrictions. The data shows the traffic increased from 4,500 in 1934 to 49,304 in 1998. But the number of vessels passing through the strait has decreased since 2002, thanks to the new restrictions placed on oil tanker transit in 2002, banning the nighttime transit for ships longer than 200 meters. The Yavuz Sultan Selim Bridge is a bridge for rail and motor vehicle transit over the Bosphorus Strait, to the north of two existing suspension bridges in Istanbul, Turkey. The bridge is located near the Black Sea entrance of the Bosphorus Strait, between Garibs in Sarıyer on the European side and Poyrazköy in Beykoz on the Asian side. The name of the bridge was announced by President Abdullah Gül at the groundbreaking ceremony in honor of Ottoman Sultan Selim I, who expanded the Ottoman Empire into the Middle East and North Africa in 1514 to 1517 and obtained the title of Caliph of Islam for the Ottoman dynasty after his conquest of Egypt in 1517. He was nicknamed Yavuz, traditionally translated in English as grim, but closer to stern or implacable in meaning. The choice of name for the bridge has led to protests by Alevis in Turkey because of the alleged role of Sultan Selim I in the Ottoman persecution of Alevis. Aerial view of the Bosphorus Strait from the Black Sea entrance to the Sea of Marmara.